It was during that 3,000-year period from 5,000 years ago till about 2,000 years ago that we uh, created for the world all the Vedas, the Upanishads, the Gita, and Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, and Buddhist scriptures and Jain scriptures. It was during that 3,000-year period. Right. And that was the period when spirituality permeated every aspect of Indian life. And we were materially also second to none in the world.
I would like to ask you that most of the time, youth or many people share that spirituality is something much beyond ourselves, and we'll be practicing or doing it after retirement or when we are free. So, does spirituality and personal growth, how actually it impacts anyone in the journey towards, the fulfillment, feeling contentment, or having that bliss within, having that peace within, how spirituality can be connected to it?
Well, the word spirituality can be confusing because it can have many meanings. But the simplest way to look at spirituality is a way of looking at the world, a way of looking at life, which acknowledges the all pervasive spirit of the Creator. It comes from spirit of the Creator or the divine. There's an all pervasive spirit.
Yeah.
And the way it affects life is that since that spirit is all pervasive, uh, it pervades us and it pervades the rest of the creation, and its presence in us and others is in the form of our individual souls. Now, since that soul is nothing but that all pervasive spirit, we are basically one. So, that is the sort of spiritual basis of oneness. And once we organize our life around this sense of oneness, it becomes a spiritual life. So, it's as simple as that. And how it contributes to our growth is in intangible ways. It enables us to do what we enjoy doing. It enables us to do what is the right thing to do. It enables us to do which gives us uh, lasting mental peace, and it enables us to do what creates a better world. All these things go together.
Absolutely.
So that's how spirituality can be brought into worldly life. This feeling that it can be practiced only in old age, when the worldly responsibilities are over, is based on a sense of dichotomy between worldly life and spiritual life, which unfortunately grew in our country, uh, started sort of dominating our thinking about 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's not that it was always so. In the Vedic times, and for a sustained period of at least 3,000 years, starting from about 5,000 years ago till about 2,000 years ago, we had spirituality permeating every aspect of life in India. And during that period, uh, not only we were uh, practicing spirituality in real terms, not just through ceremonies or rituals, but bringing spirituality into daily life. And that did not come in way of material progress, because it was during that period that we were also, in terms of material achievements, second to none in the world. So we're world leaders in practice of spirituality. We are world leaders in producing spiritual literature of the highest quality. It was during that 3,000-year period from 5,000 years ago till about 2,000 years ago that we uh, created for the world all the Vedas, the Upanishads, the Gita, and Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, and Buddhist scriptures and Jain scriptures. It was during that 3,000-year period. Right. And that was the period when spirituality permeated every aspect of Indian life. And we were materially also second to none in the world. So it is this misconception which particularly took deep roots about 1,000 years ago and started dominating our psyche, which is responsible for this impression. But then we have had the good fortune of having spiritual masters like Sri Aurobindo and the Mother, and some of their contemporaries like Swami Vivekananda, Mahatma Gandhi. I mean, now we can consider all of them more or less contemporaries.
Yeah.
That they all, tried to make a good case for bringing spirituality into worldly life in their own way. And Sri Aurobindo and the Mother were among the pioneers who demonstrated in the ashram at Pondicherry that it's not just theory, it can actually be done. So in that sense, the Pondicherry ashram was a sort of a laboratory
Yeah.
for testing whether what happened in Vedic times, that is bringing spirituality into worldly life, can it be done in the modern world? And this experiment showed that it can be done, particularly in the field of education. The mother established the school there in 1943, and she showed how uh, this idea of spirituality, which takes into account the totality of the being,
Mm.
which means not just the body and the mind, but also the soul,
Yeah.
this all pervasive spirit which we are
Mm.
talking about. So, when we take that into account and organize a system of education around this totality of the person, we get a system of education which is better than what the world has been doing for quite some time now.
Absolutely.